What's good? My boy.
Hey, I'm here with one of the sharpest knives on the West Coast. One of the sharpest knives in the kitchen.
You hear me, boy? It's your
You
boy,
hear me?
Cuzzin, man.
A prominent businessman. A man headed for prominence.
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Dominance, right? I ain't gonna say what you can say for yourself, man. Tell these people who you are, bro.
Man, you know, it's the one and only, man. Cuzzin Vic, man. Straight out of Fresno, California, man. Number one barber in the game. You hear me?
Number one?
Number one. Not
On
number
the-
two.
Like as
No,
far
that's
as
just
what?
that's just how
On the
confident.
West Coast or?
No, in the
general?
world, really, in the world in
right.
general, in the world. But like, no, honestly though, that's just how confident I am. I mean, there's plenty of other barbers that's just fire, bro. Like, that's fire all
Yeah.
over, dog.
You
I ain't
just
even
go
gonna
into
hold
every, you go into every cut trying to just
outdo myself.
Exactly.
Literally, I try
Right.
to outdo myself every cut. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, I be in the middle of a cut.
you only as good as the last head you cut.
Exactly.
That's the mindset.
That's the mindset. Cause literally, I'll be in the middle of a cut and I surprise myself. I'll be like, damn, nigga, that fade is fire. That blend is crazy. Sometimes I do that shit for real.
Right. How did you start? How did you get into barbering? Was it? I know
Man,
you was in the armed forces one time at some point. in your
Oh,
life.
definitely.
Was it then or before then? After?
Way before then.
Way before then?
Way before then. I actually got
Just a youngin'?
I actually got an apartment at 11 years old.
Okay.
I was a kid.
Right.
My mama put me into that. Shout out to moms for sure. But she put me into that. We was going to barbershops all over the West Side. You know what I mean? Growing
Right.
up as a little West Side kid. So, like, we going to barbershops, but they started messing me up. And I remember last barbershop I was going to was like the Barber College. Remember that? Remember back in the
Yeah.
day?
About Fulton Mall.
Yep.
Right.
And remember the twins was cutting there.
I don't
Do you
know.
remember
I
the
only
twins?
been there a couple times.
Yeah, the Mayo twins.
Okay.
The Mayo
Yeah,
twins.
yeah,
They was
yeah.
cutting there at the time.
Right.
And I started going to them because I heard they was good. So I started going to them, but then they weren't there. They graduated, I guess.
Right.
So the other dude cut me, and it took him like 3 hours on the fade. Bro, cut half my eyebrow off, hairline slanted. I told him I ain't never going again. So. I mean, it's a, you know what I mean, a little story, but you know what I mean, moms, next week was time to cut hair. Next week, she said, I'll do it at the house. It was like, cool. Good thing my brother, being a big brother, you know how big brothers are, so they'd be like, no, I'm going first. So my brother, he pushed me out the way. He went first, thank God, because when he sat down and went first, my mama cut him, and it was horrible. I'm talking about trash. So what I did was I took the little VHS that the little Conair clippers came with. I took the VHS, popped that in while she was finishing up his cut. Man, by the time she got done, I was like, Ma, just let me do my own. Like, you gonna mess up, just let me mess my own stuff up. You know what I mean? She was like, it's good, go ahead, do it. I came back probably like an hour later, and it was clean. It was clean. She was like, she flashed on me at first, like, oh, you think you better than me? You think you could do a better cut than me? You know what? Well, then you cut everybody here in the house for the next 2 weeks. And I had a lot of brothers, you know what I mean? And my pops, so I had a lot of brothers. So I had to do everybody cut every 2 weeks. And then plus everybody in the hood, that's just how I started at 11 years old.
Wow. Hey, that's an interesting story, bro.
I'm wrong.
For real, bro.
11 years
For real,
old.
bro.
And ever since then, 11 years old, every 2 weeks cutting
That's
hair.
how I be. A lot of the barbers I know, like in my family, it was maybe like. I actually grew up with a barber. You know Kevin Wilson?
Kevin, you said who?
Kevin Wilson.
Maybe.
You ever heard of Kevin Red, Fresno? Street?
Yeah. That's where that's where I was going. That's where I was going. I was going there for a while.
Right. That's my folks. So he's someone I know as far as like since a youngin. Like that's how you get into it. It's just like you obligated to just cut heads.
Yeah. Rev gave me one of my first pair of clippers. Not the first pair, but he gave me a pair of clippers, man. Back in the day. Shout out to Rev, man. From
100. Yeah, that's Fresno history.
Yeah,
and that's game passed down.
Yes, he definitely, because
because
he hooked me up when I first tried.
Right, that's 100. All right, for sure. Fuck with that. All right, did you see yourself running the shop though when you start getting into cutting hair? You see yourself
once I got my license and stuff like that. Once I really took this shit serious, like definitely, that was definitely where I was going. I was definitely gonna open up a shop. I didn't see me just being a barber standing behind the chair, just letting that be, because I'm just not an average guy. So I wanted to do something different. So I knew I was gonna open up a shop. And when I say something different, I don't mean just like open up a shop. Like, oh, I'm just opening up a shop. Like anybody can open up a shop. I want something different. Like
An experience.
An experience night. Like what I give my clients, all my barbers give. Like it's different.
Yeah, it's no weak links, huh?
No weak links. No weak links. It's just different.
You only
like,
strong as your weakest link.
Like we talking services. We ain't talking like a simple, oh, you want to fade and line up, you go to the other shop. You know what I mean? But if you want a real service with your haircut, like that's when you come to Trim.
Right on. So the barbershop called T.R.I.M, what's the acronym stand for?
Oh, yeah, that's the barbershop, man. Shout out to the shop, man. T.R.I.M, that razor in motion, man, is the acronym. Because everybody razor in motion at T.R.I.M, man, for sure.
Where can we find T.R.I.M?
Located in Fresno, North Fresno, northeast side of Fresno, First and Herndon, in the TGI Fridays parking lot. Definitely. Right next door to Mountain Mike's.
Okay, for sure. That's a good area. I don't know, like for the people that's not from Fresno, that's a good area. That's an area that's safe to come into, get in and out. You can get the river park, go enjoy like a family dinner. That's a good area. So if you was interested, anybody out of town, First and Herndon, that's like definitely. Anything Herndon in the north, you straight. You straight. For sure. So from where he come from, that's like a huge step. Like from where we come from, that's big. Like big. First and Shaw, when we was kids, Shaw was the benchmark. Yeah, you don't go no further than Shaw. But you don't go no, you don't even know further than Shaw. Right. Like you don't even know further than Shaw. So coming all the way. I didn't hear Herndon until I went to middle school. That's the first time I ever heard of it. I don't think I heard of Herndon until I started driving, bro. Like, I didn't even know how to say alluvial. Like I was like, what the hell is Audubon? Like I didn't know none of them streets, bro. Like I couldn't say none of those streets, bro. Like I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't know none of Fryan. Didn't know what Fryan was. Oh, Fryan, definitely. Come on, that's out of town. You didn't? Yeah, come on. Yeah, that's out of town. That 30, you know, you get on that bus 30, like, we only riding that to about Manchester and back. Right. Like, back in the day, I mean, or you get to River Park. Yeah, you'll get to River Park, but it's straight down Blackstone. That wasn't. So I guess you would pass Herndon, though, huh? Like, we ain't never paying attention to Herndon, though. Man, not as youngins. So anyway, man, let's get into the technique, man. So do you look at getting your hair cut? Do you think that's more like that's something you can compare to fashion, like getting it? Oh, definitely, it goes hand in hand. It go hand in hand. It's like you first get your look at the barbershop. You don't get your look at the store. You know what I mean? You get your joint at the barbershop. That's where the fashion starts. The fashion start right in the shop. Like you get your swag from the shop, way for sure. You get your cut, you get your drip. Like the thing about it is, and that's what we bringing back as far as what my shop. What we bring it back is that style. Like how when we looked up as kids, how we looked at them barbers as kids, like they had the drip on, they had the look, they had what we was going for. You feel me? Right. So that's what we bringing back, man. All my barbers stylish and everything. You feel me? So like, and they come with the fire cuts that you looking for to go out in your day, and you want to look presentable and you want to look good. They got that. Right on. So anyway, this is how I found out you was cutting, bro. My young folks. T-Pat. He was like, that's bro. Well, it wasn't even him. His brother was like, yeah, Cuzzin Vic. They said he the best. That was like Cuzzin Vic. And I ain't heard that name. Like, I knew Vic. Yeah. I was like, Cuzzin Vic. I was like, Vic, who's? And then somehow I think I looked you up. I was like, I follow. Oh, that's bruh. That's bruh. So I'm like, okay, I already seen the single, like T-Pac's cut was this. So I seen his cut. I'm like, okay, he clean. So let me see what he working with. Let me look him up. Let me see what he working with. I started all the way from the bottom of your IG. From the bottom up, I worked my way up. I was like, I don't want to see his latest work. I want to see where it came from. So I just watched you go. I was like, let me see what he got. And by the time I got to the top, I was like, yeah, he legit for sure, 100%. So I asked you, do you think a haircut as fashion? Because some fashion is a little cheaper than others, right? Yeah. So you got hand me down. So we can compare to your first cuts. That was definitely giving your brothers and your family's cuts. Those is hand me down. So those is free. Definitely. It was like, you want your hair cut, you gonna let me cut your hair. Yeah, fact. That's like, if you want some jeans, you gonna take these jeans, or you ain't gonna have no jeans. Hey, cause them was hand me downs like a motherfucker. So those are free, right? Yeah, so then you get those. You start getting a little more money. Like you start being able to go a couple of different spots and going to get those clothes. Now you can spend 10, 15 on something. That's when I started getting into barber school. Right, and then you spending 30, like you going to the mall getting something, right? And then you start spending 50 or 60. Now you designer.
Oh, now you designer. Yeah, now you in the
And
shop,
where we
but-
come from, because in bigger cities,
Yeah.
bigger cities, what would your service be compared to? Because I know in bigger cities, they pretty much charge more for.
Oh yeah, what we're giving, what I'm giving,
In the LA, what would a Cuzzin Vic haircut be the charge in LA?
probably like 150. Probably like
150.
150. Probably like 100. I ain't gonna say 150. I'm probably like say standard, like probably like 100, somewhere around that. That's my standard cut. My standard cut. What I give the clients and what T.R.I.M Barbershop give every client, the standard is probably like $100 cut.
Yeah, and
I ain't
that
gonna
would
lie
be
to
considered designer.
you. Yeah, definitely,
Right?
definitely.
So it's people who question that price mark. They're like,
Yeah.
because I done spoke, like I said, we know each other. We know a lot of the
yeah.
same people.
Yeah.
You know, people like, man, I don't know if I can spend X amount of dollars for the cut.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, I mean, I don't pay that much, but I'm close.
Yeah.
So I understand it.
Yeah.
But that's when you want that designer, you're gonna have to pay. When you want that quality,
That's what you come
that
for.
fabric, you gotta pay that price. And it's only too expensive when people not paying for it. When you're booked, you can never say it's too expensive. You can never say, like someone on the outside looking in can never say, oh, big haircut too expensive. Not if he's booked, because someone's paying for it.
Period.
So
They paying
obviously
for it.
it's not too
They
expensive.
paying
He's
for it.
overbooked.
They paying for
So
it.
it's just
because they know it's the quality. So most of my clients really they care about their time more than their money.
right.
You know what I mean? Like they care about their quality of time spent rather than their money that's spent.
Right.
And I know most people do that because most people walk around with $200 shoes on their feet. So you care about quality.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Or your priorities all fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Or your priorities all fucked up. It was a good analogy that was told to me. I was thinking about. I was gonna say this shit and I almost forgot. Like damn. But it was like this barber. This client. He said he only goes to $100 barbers.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, why do you only go to $100 barbers? Like, what's your rationale for that? And it was like, because the barber who's charging $100 has more time to give me detail in my cut than the dude who's doing at me at 25. The dude who's doing me at 25, you know how much it's gonna take him to get to that 100? It's gonna take him four heads to get to that $100 that this dude done made in the one cut. He doesn't have to keep cutting all day long.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
He cut a few heads.
He cut 4 heads, you know what I mean, at full quality detail. You know what I mean?
All right, folks. For sure.
He
Nice
cut-
meeting you, bro.
All right, boy. He cut them 4 heads at full quality detail. He done make $400. This dude over here to make $400, he gotta cut 3 times as much the heads. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This
Hey,
shit
that's
is
dope.
crazy. This shit is crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah,
But honestly, we're not charging $100 a cut though. Like we're not charging $100 a cut. But that's what I'm saying. It's like we're giving full detail. We're giving $100 quality. We're giving $100 quality cut though.
privilege.
Yeah, at $50, I mean, I'm saying like that's we're at half the price. You know, a lot of people will be mad at me for doing that shit.
I get it. Yeah.
For the work we doing.
Hey, you screwing the game with that one.
But really, we're giving the clients what they deserve.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you got for a person to pay $50 for a cut, but you got to think about this, bro. It takes a person who's working a $20 an hour job 2.5 hours to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Just to pay 2.5 hours of his life just to pay you for 30 minutes of your time. You see what I'm saying? I'm you know what I'm saying? That's a lot, bro. That's a lot. So I take pride into that. I mean, I take pride in that, and I take every client like as they're like a celebrity, because it's like shit. You paying a lot of money, dog. Like $50 a cut. That's 2.5 hours of your time you can't get back.
Right.
So I'm gonna give you all of me when you sit down in this chair. I'm gonna give you all of me for this whole time you're mine. I'm gonna give you all of me. I'm gonna make sure your shit is the way you want it. Period. If you want that shit slanted, I'm gonna slant it. If you want that shit pushed back, I'll push it back. I don't want my name on nothing like that, but I'm saying I'm gonna do the shit the way you want it. Period.
Man, I feel that. So in the barbershop in T.R.I.M, you got other barbers. How many chairs you got?
10 chairs, 10 chairs, man. All right, 10 chairs, 10 barbers. We be rocking at full staff. At full staff, I'll be at 10 barbers right now. We got about 8 of them.
Okay.
About 8.
And how'd you go about recruiting these barbers?
Literally, it was crazy, bro. I ain't even gonna lie to you. So literally, how I went into it, I was strategic about it for one, because everything I do is strategic, man. I'm a Leo. You You know what I mean? I'm a Leo, so I move different. I move strategically in the way I move. So the thing about it was I had a set of barbers that I was gonna ask, but you can't be, you know, so arrogant to thinking that everybody's gonna work with you. You know what I mean? Like I know the name that I built up, and I know who Cuzzin Vic is and all this shit, but I'm not as that arrogant and naive to thinking that other people don't already have other situations that's better for them. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I hollered at 8 barbers right off the dribble. No, I hollered at about 6 of them right off the dribble. They all said yes. 2 of them came to me out of that I was already wanting on my radar, but out of respect, out of their situations, I didn't want to disrespect, and they came to me. So I was like, thank God, like that was like a blessing. That was like a blessing. So I didn't even have to go on the actual barber tour. That was the hiring tour that I was gonna go on, going to school to look for barbers, and not just school, but putting out ads here and there in the third just for barbers. I didn't have to.
Yeah, it was a smooth process, pretty much.
Process. I'm talking about it was like
you had your top 10, and they
all just boom, and I was like, this shit is crazy. Boy, it was easy work.
Like you entered the draft and got the first 10 picks.
Got the first 10 picks, man. Got the first 10 picks like it was nothing.
1 through 10.
Like it was nothing.
All the newest talent entering the game, or not even newest talent entering. No, because you said some are more so newer.
So two, 3 of my barbers are kind of new to the game, but they're raw, hard, fresh talent. They're crazy, fresh.
So
talent.
Those are the draft picks.
Yeah, those are my draft picks.
And you went and signed a couple vets.
Now my vets and the other ones I got, they've been cutting over 10, 12, 13 years.
So they're vets.
The only thing is that these dudes haven't been licensed, right? So like they had to go get their elbows so they could really step into the game. So the blessing about them is they're coming into the game still even acting hungry as a rookie.
Yeah.
Knowing they got a full staff and a full amount of clientele they come with already, they still acting like rookie year. Like, yo, this is the first, because this is their first time in the shop, so it is rookie year. And they coming hungry, ready to go.
Right. Okay, that's dope. That's dope.
So shout out to them for sure,
man. So the barber thing, it's a whole network. I know the haircut, the waves, the looks, the different. It's all a big group. It's damn near a culture.
It's definitely.
And so I know the barber thing is huge. You not even just barbers, but I don't even know the proper name. You know, the people who touch your head, man. The people who do your hair. I don't even know.
Barbers is good. Barbers,
not even just barbers, but I say barbers because that's what I deal with. But I'm trying to include the women. You know,
the women who are barbers, they're barbers too.
So yeah, they're barbers too. Exactly. But I mean, like
the thing about it is we don't like to separate them. The female barbers, we don't like to separate them as female barbers. No, fuck that. They're barbers. You feel me?
Exactly.
Because I know some females that get down way, but I know some females that's out here that I want my shot that they just won't come. They just won't come. I don't know why. They probably got better. No, I know they is in a good situation, but I do want them here. Shit, they fire.
Yeah, I already know.
So we don't like to exclude them. Call them.
Shout them out. Shout them out.
Oh well, definitely my girl Sonya, man. Definitely
that's
my
what I
girl
had in mind
Sonya,
too.
man. Definitely, like she already know. She already know. And then my girl Illy, man, like Ileana, she already know. Ileana, these is probably the 2 hottest females. And Bree, like, but she runs dope, so she's doing her thing. But these is probably some of the illest females, like in the game when it comes to these clippers, man. Like, and it's plenty more. Don't get it twisted. I know plenty more female out here that get down, but them 3 right there, they just stand out like.
Yeah.
They stand out like.
1,000.
Crazy, man. So shout out to them for sure.
So,
but Sonya, she know she's in my heart. I wish she would just come.
Yeah, that's exactly who I had in mind when you first started talking about.
Just no disrespect to
and knowing
her
female
situation
and
where
she else. That's the first person that popped in my head for real.
But just definitely no disrespect to where they at and where they cutting at and what they doing.
Right.
Let that know, because I fucks with all of their owners and I fucks with their whole careers and everything they've been doing. Personally. But yeah.
The Anti-Broke Barbers Club.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. The Anti-Broke Barbers Club.
Anti-broke.
That's all I wrote down in my notes. I didn't have a question or anything prepared. Because I don't know anything about the Anti-Broke Barbers Club. I just see the logo. I know you're affiliated.
Yes. Well, we're a nationwide group, man. We're rocking throughout the nation, man. We push this brand and this mentality about being anti-broke because we're pushing the standard on barbering, period. Because it's more or less, it's not about these barbers. Like, we spend hours and days behind these chairs, you know what I mean? Like, barbers got lives too. All right, G. But barbers got lives too, and people tend to forget that. They think that all we do is sit here all day long with nothing else to do but cut their hair. Mm-hmm. Like, I have hundreds of clients. I don't just have one
Entitled
client.
customers.
I don't just have one client. I have hundreds of clients. Like, I'm talking about, I don't have a day. You can't call me the day of thinking that you get a spot the day of. If you calling me the day of thinking you're going to get a spot, just have a blue strip ready. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't got the blue strip ready, like, we're not even in the conversation to get in today.
Yeah.
And then on another flip on that is that I rather would have the break because I have so many clients that if I do have a cancel or a no-show, I'd rather take that as a break because, fuck, I got so many clients. I be tired and, you know what I mean, burnt out.
Man, you need that breather.
But that's why this anti-broke barber club has taught me about how to stand on my service, which has broke me down from doing 20, 25 heads in a day to now I do about 8 to 10 heads, bro. I probably do 8 heads in a day. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, the most I probably, like, I'm talking about, if I had a long day cutting hair, well, I cut 10 heads.
Yeah.
I cut 10. If I
how long is that, like, per?
Like, time-wise?
45 minutes, 30, 45 minutes, just depending. Like 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah. You solid.
Yeah.
You out of there.
Yeah. It's about 30 minutes on the kid. I take my time. 30 minutes on the kid. 45 minutes on the man. I take my time if we got beer and stuff. You know what I mean? Try to, like I say, we do a service here. It ain't really just a cut and go.
For sure.
And I'm talking about, like, you get your fade and your lineup and I see you later. Nah, bro. We need towels. We need razors.
Yeah.
We need washes. We need shampoos. We need foam. We need all kind of shit going on, man.
Right. Yeah, so as a client, I mean, one thing I look for in a barber, I mean, I had the same barber for 16 years. Like, to the people, this is my partner, man. Known him for plenty of years, pretty much fam to me. Like, he's not my barber, but I still respect his game. It's no hating, like, oh, because he's not my barber, I'm not going to interview him. That's my man. It's my folks. I'm definitely going to interview him because I know he's ready.
Right.
But one thing I look for is professionalism. Like, if you you got to stand on it. You know what I mean? Whatever you say, your times, your price marks, your updaters, keep us posted. Like, no side door, no back door business. Mm-mm. But at the same time, the client's got to be professional. Like you said, show up on time. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean? Be there. Like, know what it is. You feel me?
But that's it's a two-sided sword to that shit. Cause, like, at the same time, when you want these clients to be on time, the only way you get these clients to be on time is by you consistently being on time.
Yeah.
If as the barber, if I'm consistently on time, bro, I'm always here. My clients could count on me being here. If I'm late, it ain't me. I promise you, it ain't me. Unless it's lunch. Like, if I'm coming back from lunch, like I ain't gonna lie, I'll probably be like.
That's why you got to put that certain customer right there that already know what time it is.
You feel me? They know what's
like,
up.
Yeah, I'm coming off of lunch.
I'm coming after lunch. Like, I might be 2-3 minutes late, but I ain't gonna hold you though. 9 out of 10, I hold myself to a certain standard, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you because I charge, you know what I mean, for no shows and shit like that. So I hold myself to a certain standard that I'm on time. I'm always on. I don't play about my timing. My timing is something I don't play with because you don't get that shit back. So I definitely make sure that I'm on time. And that's why my clients don't play with me because they know that I'm handling this shit like square business.
Right. You got any funny barber stories?
Funny barber stories. Let me see. I mean, we crack jokes all day long. So, like, we're cracking jokes, like, all day long. It's like nonstop. So if I have any, I can't really pinpoint them probably, only because it's so daily, bro. Like, this shit I'm talking about, you have to be in a barbershop. There's nonstop jokes. Like, I don't know how any barber ever would go home mad. Like,
yeah.
Like, I'm talking about, I would have a no show after no show after no show, but because it's so many jokes going on, like, we rank on each other all day long. We're brothers, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? So act like, you know what I mean, when you with your brother, it's like, bro, we cracking jokes all day long. I'm talking about cracking them all day long.
What y'all slapping in the shop? What type of music y'all rocking to? On a Tuesday morning, about noon, what you listening to in the shop? Who DJing? Who got their phone on the aux? Who got their phone connected to the Bluetooth?
I'm probably
in the shop?
definitely DJing, cause, like, I'm definitely DJing.
Is that a selfish decision?
No, right now it's because it's just like me and like my other partner right now. Like we're gonna be opening up soon next couple weeks.
Okay, when is the official grand opening?
I haven't set the exact date, but I'm gonna set the date for 2 weeks. That Razor in Motion, man. We'll be doing that. We'll be doing that grand opening for
Yes,
sure.
sir. First in Herndon. Like I said again, to any out of towners sliding through Fresno, want some good service, good haircuts, all that. First and Herndon is legitimate, bro. You safe pulling up through here.
Fact. I'm
Good
talking
business.
And when I say I got hitters, bro, I'm talking about my boy Greg the barber. Hey yo, Greg the barber, G the barber, fire. My boy Tank the barber, fire. My boy Sawyer the barber, fire. My boy Juan G, fire. Then my boy Adrian AP, fire. My boy Cuts by Mayo, fire. Come on, man. Trey Styles, fire. We booming out of here, man. Cuzzin Vic, fire. Come on, man. It's a lot going on, man.
Yes, sir. I like that, man.
Nah, I love that, bro.
It's a lot going on here, man.
I can't even.
It's a lot going on here, man.
I can't even put it in
But
words.
definitely, like I say, just to touch on that anti-broke barbers, though, they definitely changed the mind.
Let's dive back into that, man.
They definitely changed the mindset on this barbering and getting us into standing on our services, standing on the shit. Like that's why
that good networking.
That's why my barbershop is based upon services and not just based upon another barbershop cutting your hair and you could go. Like, no, we're based on standing on services because I want my barbers to be able to go home and go be with their kids, be with their family. Like, I don't want them doing 20 haircuts in a day. Like, I want them to do, like I was telling my barber today, if he could do just 5 full service cuts every day.
What if you want to do 20 though?
Then that's on him.
Get your bread.
He get your bread for sure.
It ain't no limitations.
Ain't no limitations. Don't limit
Is it
yourself.
like we closing the door at a certain hour?
Nope. What it is after a certain hour the price changes.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Here's the thing about this barber game is, and this
Right.
is what I go by and I stand on it. I stand on this soil and I tell my barber to stand on this shit. Like literally, do not get in the way of the haircut. Meaning, I may set a price. I'm gonna set a price. Don't let the price get in the way, because I'm not gonna be in the way of this haircut. You know what I mean? You gonna tell me if that's too much for you or not. But this is what the price gonna be at a certain hour. You know what I mean?
On top.
If you're within business hours, you're getting a regular price. You know
Man,
what
the
I mean?
Niner game on. You want me to cut your hair? What that cost, bro?
If I'm in business hours, it don't matter.
You taking that bread? Oh, you can watch the game in here, I'm sure.
Exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying. If it's in
that's
business
a terrible
hours, if it's
question.
in
That's a
business,
terrible
yeah, if
question.
it's in business hours, it's regular price. Like I don't
Right,
care
yeah,
what
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care what's going on. It's business hours.
Oh,
You get
okay,
regular
yeah.
price.
Business before pleasure, right?
Yeah, facts.
I
Always.
fuck with that.
Always. It's no man. Hey, life is a sandwich, right? Nigga, no matter which way you flip it, nigga, bread come first. You hear me? The bread come first. You hear me?
Hey, that was cold.
So I promise
like
you,
that.
I
I
promise
like
you,
that. I swear to
the
God.
bread will be first, nigga. I will be in here. I will be in here cutting, and I prefer to do people during regular hours for regular price. I do not want to charge them. I do not want to charge them because I know I'm gonna make money. Period.
Right.
I don't have to charge you $1 million to make money. I know I'm gonna make money. I'd rather just do regular hours. I go home, be with my kids, my wife and kids, and then come back to work the next day.
1,000.
All that staying late shit, I hate that.
That's
But
for that.
it costs.
That's like that young hustle. Like, man, I'm working 15 hours.
You feel me? They could do that.
I'm
They
trying
could
to
do that. They could do that and make $1,500 in a night. They could do that.
Like, that's something to shoot for, though, for real.
No facts.
Like,
No
if that's
facts.
what you want to do. That just says like it's all on you. It's a hustle at the same time.
That's the whole
You can
point.
cut foreheads and profit, but you can profit more. You know what I mean? You gotta match the profit with your timing. You feel me? What works for you? You dig? For sure. Outside of work, though, like you said, you going home to your family, like. So outside of work, without giving up too many of your most intimate moments or life, like you ain't gotta go too far over the top, but let these people know like your lifestyle outside of the barbershop. Like you said, you got a lifestyle too. You're not just a barber 24 hours out the day.
At all, bro. Like at all, bro. Like I'm a family man. I'm a father, husband. I'm at the crib cooling, man. Like I live a good life. I ain't gonna lie to you. A good life. So I be trying to get to that every day. First thing I'm talking about, I don't be trying to, man, as soon as I get done cutting, the first thing I try to do is get straight to the crib, bro. Like, straight to the crib. But it be so hard. It's like a running back trying to get past the trying to get to the touchdown, you know what I mean? 4th and 1 on the end zone, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean, goal on 4th and goal, you know what I mean? An inches to go, you feel me? Trying to get through, trying to break through. That's how I be trying to get out the barbershop to get to the crib, my nigga. It be hard as fuck. But that me, man, I'm at the crib, man. Feet up all the time, relaxing. Chilling, like I do absolutely nothing, bro. Like I chill. I live a very good life. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm blessed.
Everything you need at the home.
Everything. I don't have.
That's the best way to live. Like, no matter what you really need, you can get it at the crib. Like, that's when you know you living straight. Like, no matter how big your house is or how much money you got in your pocket, you know, like everything I need to live is at the house. Like, bro, I don't need to go nowhere.
I could be
go
dead
home.
broke. I could be dead broke. I'll be straight, like just being at the crib.
Yeah,
I'll be straight because I ain't got shit to do, and when everything's there. Everything.
Yeah.
If I want to drink, it's there.
Yeah.
Want to smoke,
the
it's there.
checklist is
Like,
completed.
Yeah, I can do whatever I want. It's there. Food. I can swim if it's too hot. Like, I got my own man cave to be in. Like,
Right. Everything's there.
So that's
all else fails.
That's really that's me outside the shop. I mean, I'm mainly at the crib. Other than that, I like to travel a lot, man. So the only problem with my fucking traveling is my traveling turns into work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the only problem with my traveling. But I love traveling, bro. I'm talking about I'll be up and down the state, in and out the not the state, in and out the country, in and out the state. I'll be gone, taking flights here and there, or on the road driving out here and there. I love that shit, but it always ends up being business related. You know what I mean? Locking in, tapping in with some shit, and doing business. But I love traveling. I'm talking. I'm always going to another barber event doing something for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
So you an owner, right? You running a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
A legitimate business. Like, I could tell the detail. I could look around here. It's not a finished product, but I could see where it's going. I see the barber chairs.
Yes.
I see the lighting. I see the location. That's when you told me you was opening up a shop, I was like, where? Because that's how I'm First and Herndon. I'm like, oh.
Yeah. When niggas say First and Herndon hit you like, what the fuck? This nigga on some other shit.
Yeah.
So you say that's when you instantly knew I wasn't just playing around with this shit. Like, because when you coming over here on this Herndon shit, just for some of the viewers who ain't, you know what I mean, hit to Fresno. When you doing this on this Herndon shit, like, this is one of them areas you can't really play around. Like, it's real money and a lot of money around this area.
They get your ass missing up out here.
You feel me? You feel me? And then, like you say,
that little black boy, get him out of here, man. He bringing too much drama over here.
Get him out of here. You know what I mean?
Get him out of here.
You know what I mean? For sure.
Get them hooligans out of here. So you gotta come professional altogether. But that comes with knowing your clientele.
Exactly.
You pretty much built that clientele where they ain't going to the barbershop mad. Like, that's a pleasure. That's a luxury. Like, I'm going to the. So they gonna
all
bring
my clients, they treat themselves. They don't cheat themselves. You feel me? Like to be with me, I guess it's like a pleasure to them. You feel me? Like, it's like I'm like their, you know what I mean? It's like another accessory. Like, you don't want to lose this accessory. You feel me?
Yeah. You be heated. Like, I can't even go back to trend.
Like this, that piece of jewel you don't really want to lose. You know what I mean?
I gotta find a new barbershop.
You ain't trying to lose that shit.
They didn't ran me out of there.
So they really, my clients, they fuck with me. They really appreciate this shit that I give them, because they know that the shit that I give them, they don't get this shit nowhere else. I promise you. I promise you they won't.
As an owner,
and no hate to any other barber. It's just that I study the game to the point where I make sure that I'm a step above. I make sure I am. And don't get it twisted. There's other barbers probably doing some shit. The only reason why I'm a step above probably because I show it off or some shit. You know what I mean? So that's
about how you promote and how you push.
Probably
your expectations of yourself, pretty much. Like, you can just cut hair and be low key. Nobody ever know but your.
But you still get bread.
Still get bread. Still get bread. Still clean. Could be the best.
Yeah, it's some
could
barbers
be raw. It's
some barbers don't have to do no at all promoting at all, and these motherfuckers got bread. They got straight. Like I say, the real thing is I never seen a broke barber, bro. I ain't never seen a broke barber at all. I seen 100 million barbers probably mismanage money.
Yeah.
But I ain't never seen a broke barber.
Yeah, they get the bread, fuck it off. ASAP.
That's the first.
I mean, you giving them cash. They leaving with cash.
Bruh, you're leaving with cash, $400-500 every day.
You know you can blow it and be like, I'm gonna make it tomorrow. Like, yeah, I just blew a band, but I'm gonna go make a band.
I go make it tomorrow, like, and if I stay up past 8, you know what I mean? I definitely got a band in my pocket, so it's like it's good. Like,
Yeah.
that's just too easy for a barber, man. It's too easy, especially when they doing work like this. It's way too easy for a barber like this.
Man. As an owner, what's the penalties of leadership? Like, what's the penalties you could face opening up a shop and having to manage different personalities, different barbers, have to deal with different clients, held accountable, you know, make sure the place is clean, well put together, promoted. Make sure you bringing awareness to the shop, recruiting barbers. Like, it's a lot that go into it. It's not just I wanna open up a shop and you gotta have a plan. There's definitely a plan behind it, and it looks like you got a big plan.
No, facts. But I believe it's that in itself, like not coming through on the shit you said you was gonna do. You feel me? Like, if I said I was gonna be doing this, that, and the third, and I don't come up with it, like, and I don't do what I'm supposed to do, like, you failing as the owner. Like, I gotta make sure, like, my barbers get that bag. Like, my main goal is to make all my barbers getting at least over 120. They need to be making at least 120 in a year. All of them, 120 a year, somewhere within that ballpark range. You know what I mean? If I can make all of them making 100 to 120, then I know I did my job. You know what I mean? And I ain't finna.
You looking at it from a different level.
Oh yeah,
I can see that now. You looking at it from a whole different level.
I've
been here a couple hours prior to us recording, and I see the vision, yo. For real, I can see you thriving in here and how you pushing.
Yeah, I'm
like, I've been to only, you know, I don't know what goes. This is like a behind the scenes look of a barbershop. Like, I never been in a barbershop where it was just all barbers and they just, you know what I mean, they having they one-on-one time and they evaluation.
Ain't no clients.
Yeah, that's when that real talk. That's like when all the ninjas get together and they alone and they like, let me show you my latest move. Like, they just being ninjas.
It's different.
You know what I mean? So, like, I can't say how other barbershops is moving, but just getting that behind the scenes look here, just the I could see the leadership, and I could see I mean, I ain't see no haircuts, you know what I mean, but I can imagine they're legitimate, you know what I mean, based on who you are and based on your name. You know, you pretty much putting your stamp
on it.
And then there's people who are already established. You know, they could all be established. I don't know, but pretty much I know it's some good haircuts walking out these doors. So
no, facts.
You know what I'm saying? I could tell. I already could tell. I could feel it.
I'm telling you, man. Tank. If you see my boy Tank cut and Greg cut, like, these dudes here, they cut like fucking ninja warriors, bro. Like, I don't even know, like, where they get they blends from. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when I seen they blends, I thought I cut good. I be going back to the drawing board and shit sometimes. You know what I mean?
So y'all be borrowing, like, I'm gonna take your blend. I'm gonna take how you do the tape. I like, you know, just borrow certain techniques.
Facts. You know, it's just like, you know how rappers, when they going in and they writing they shit and they doing a song together, you feel me? Yeah. And like one just came out with that hard shit, and then the nigga said, you know what? Hold on, I need to write these next 4 bars over. You feel me? Yeah. And that's how it is. It's like, fuck, I be vibing off these niggas. These motherfuckers, they be putting out that heat, and I be like, fuck, hold on. Next time I get a straight head client, I'm gonna hit him like this then, you know what I mean? Because Greg, you act like I ain't see that straight head client that the other day neither. That shit was crazy. Yeah, you should have seen the nigga I did the other day. But it's shit like that make you be like, bro, like, oh no, I'm finna go hard, because like,
it's just motivation. It's iron sharpens iron.
Iron sharpens iron, and that's how you got to stay better. You got to stay sharp. You know what I mean? Like, we will not get stagnant. We will not get complacent with this shit, man. We're just thinking that we the best. No, nigga, I'm not the best. You want to know why I'm not the best? Because my last cut, this cut that I just did right now was better than my last cut. That's why I ain't the best.
Yeah, you're only good as the last head you cut.
You feel me? That's why I ain't the best, because this cut that I just did is better than the last cut I just did.
So with all this talent in here, I mean, with anything that you have passion in, there's ego. With passion comes ego, right? So, again, as I said, as the owner, as pretty much the CEO, the manager, general manager, whatever you want to call it, you have to damn near manage egos at times, you know? Yeah. And I know if you pick 10 people, they don't all know each other.
Yeah.
Did that go into the recruiting process as far as like how you think they may vibe in your setting?
Oh, definitely. That definitely went in. It had to go in, but like I said, I put in a certain system here at the shop to where I was able to navigate that shit, to where motherfuckers was able to still just be them and vibe in their own elements, and it won't clash. You feel me? And I believe it's gonna work. It has no choice but to work because I'm really letting everybody be themselves as well. And if you're not yourselves, like that's when you start fucking. You know what I mean? Your shit starts because you can't be yourself. You can't be open. So when you caged up, at some point that shit starts rattling out the box. You feel me?
Yeah.
So I let everybody really be themselves, and I really, like I say, the system that I set up in here is like I made it real easy for everybody to be themselves and real easy for everybody to get along and mesh. Like today we did the photo shoot, and we do a lot of team building shit together too. Like a lot of team building. Minus that, going forward, period, is we have a lot of team building things set forth. You know what I mean? To build our bond and our brotherhood.
Like pretty much like I heard you telling about certain conventions, like going to certain barber conventions, and how it's really a place for like the nerd barbers.
Yep.
Like when you go to a convention for something, you in order to enjoy it, you have to pretty much be a nerd when it comes to that topic. Like if you go, like you can buy comic books and have a few comic books laying around your bedroom, but if you go to Comic Con, dressed like X-Men.
Oh, dude, you're
a nerd.
You're
100%.
You're a nerd about that shit.
So when you go to a barber convention, you nerding out on if you're really about that.
You probably got hella barber tools in your garage at home, hella barber tools at the shop. You probably got hella shit in your car. Yeah, you're a nerd about barbering. Yeah, and if you look at like I just said, those three things, I probably got all them shits full with barber shit somewhere. You know what I mean? It's barber shit everywhere. So yeah. We definitely got those lined up for my barbers, man. We're gonna be doing conventions, going everywhere, man. Airbnbs, just having a good time, bringing that brotherhood and that fellowship together. Like I said, this the shit that this anti-broke barber shit really taught me, man. Like, it really taught me a lot, man. Shout out to my manager, Ray, over there at Brotherhood Barbershop out there in Vegas and in LA. Shout out to JC the barber, man. He's a big time CEO of the shit, man. Like, shout out to them too, man, for sure. They really put the kid onto this shit, man.
Yeah, that networking is big, and that's something I'm always pushing. Like coming from Fresno, we're not exposed to a lot of things, but there's a lot of talent here. So the outlet just sometimes isn't here. You just need the little bit of that game. Like it's about game a lot of times. Like sometimes if it's thriving in your community or thriving in your city, it just falls upon you, and you just get it somehow. You just, you know what I mean, you thrive in it. And Fresno, sometimes we just slacking on certain things, but not to say that there aren't barbers here that may be able to spread the game, but I think it's more so like traditional Fresno stuff. It's not like big city, like that's why I say when people think of your price mark, they think of like, oh no, that's too much, you tripping, this Fresno. Like that's when you know something is too expensive for Fresno. Man, this is when they say this is Fresno, that means like, nah, like you ain't charging us like we in San Francisco or Oakland.
I hate
LA
that
somewhere.
shit. I hate that shit. I just did this shit like probably like 2 hours ago. The dude over here gonna talk about, man, can you cut my hair right now? I gave him a deal and told him $100.
Yeah.
I'm like, bruh, it's like 1 a.m, bruh. Like, I'm not finna, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not finna cut your hair right now. Like, and you want me to do it right now professionally the way I cut hair, bruh? Like, I'm giving you a deal at $100, bro. At this hour, bro, I told the nigga probably $200-$300, bro, right now. Like, you gotta be kidding me, bro. Like,
the joke's up.
The shit is crazy, bro. How people, you know what I mean, misconstrue this game of barbering. Like, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's some shade tree act, bro. Like, I got probably like $1,000 worth of clippers just sitting there. That's just the clippers. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
And they talking about,
that's a lot of money invested.
Yeah,
right?
Facts. And they talking about,
is that gold? You got the chairs facts. Is impressive in here, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
The chairs alone, you feel me, is crazy. And I'm gonna sit you down in royalty shit before you know what I mean. Before I even touch you, gonna sit down.
Are they sanitized?
Always. See, the thing about me and the thing about that I love about my shop and my people is that we all are we keep school fresh on our mind. So that state board mentality of sanitary, how you sanitize and clean, we keep that shit fresh on our mind the way we go about our daily routine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like early in the game, I watched barbers, you know what I mean, take the razors, and after they razored you, sorry to all the barbers that I get this game to. I'm so sorry. I hope your client ain't watching this right now, but I'm about to say it. Oh well. But because this shit is nasty, nigga, so stop. But I seen barbers so long doing when they razor, you take their razor, wipe it on the back of their hand, and they go right back to your face or wherever what's the name is.
Yeah.
Do you know how unsanitary that is?
Yeah.
That's fucking gross.
Yeah.
Bro, that's fucking gross, bro. Like, what if a motherfucker cut you, get a staph infection or something? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just nasty as hell. So I like that we take pride in not making and cutting corners the way that, you know what I mean, older barbers have. And
Can't cheat the grind.
Yeah, you can't cheat this shit, man. You can't cheat it, and we take pride in not
It's about you being diligent, you being thorough. So there are people out here who are like that. So a lot of people don't be aware of that kind of stuff.
They
but
don't.
You gonna get that client that's just extra like curious and nosy. He want to see everything that's going on. So when you do give him that little razor edge, you go, let me see how he cleaned it. He just wiped it on his hand.
Bro, that's how we set the stations up to be so wide open and clean, like so the clients could as well see what they're getting worked on in their head. Yeah. Because some clients don't understand that the difference between razor bumps and dirty clippers.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? There's a fine line between that shit sometimes. Because when a client that done bumped up that he ain't never bumped up before, he's thinking you just got dirty clippers. Or your clippers are biting.
Yeah.
When in all actuality, you probably just had a razor shave all the way too close, and you got razor bumps, and you got ingrown hairs. Now, you know what I'm saying? These are two totally different things. My clippers weren't dirty. You know what I mean? You just got ingrown hair.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? These are two different things. But that's why we are so open, and the way I set things up in here is to be open. So we're transparent with our clients and our work.
Yeah, they know they're sanitized. Like they didn't even have to ask.
You ain't gotta ask
if
nothing.
If they paying enough attention, they see like it's clean.
It's
good.
right in your face.
Yeah.
It's right in your face.
But that's what like you said, you provide a service. Like what do you charge? We didn't even say what's your base charge. Like we've been talking about pricing and all that. I think I may have mentioned your charge, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If not,
base charge. Shout out to Gage. It's the basic man's cut, $50. A basic kid or teen cut, $35. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We could turn those all the way up if you want to. You know what I mean? But everything's basic.
What's included?
And included on the man's cut, like I said, is a cut. Of course, the cut is just that's of course with it. But the wash, razor. You get a hot towel if you got a beard, facial, point blank period. You're gonna get a hot towel. You know what I mean? So your razor come with everything. We razor work everything. We do enhancements with that as well. So it's not just your regular cut. You just get a cut and line up. No,
it's like a whole service.
Yeah, it's a whole service. You're gonna sit down. You're going to sit down, you're going to get your cut. After you get your cut, we're going to wash you out. To get your wash out, say you're a wavy head. Nigga. We got some styling foam. It's a styling mousse. It foams up in your head. We brush it down, get your waves back popping. And then I don't really want to talk too much about this shit that go on in here because I know barbers finna start stealing this shit. But I'm telling you, Trim did this shit. I'm telling you. Hey,
I think my boy want to be on.
Hey, but Trim did this shit first, man.
You want to get on the camera.
Hey, but Trim did this shit first.
My boy camera ready, man.
Hey, that's Tank, man. My boy Tank, man.
Get camera ready, man.
Yes, sir. Hey, but I'm telling you, I don't want to tell y'all too much what we doing with this shit, but like our base price is $50, and our service is fucking crazy. Okay. It's just fucking crazy. It's just like we're putting the shit into their face to where like, when I say cheat yourself or treat yourself, I'm really meaning that. You about to go anywhere else in the city and go get cheated, or you about to come here to Trim? Man, and
the bar.
That's just it. And that's if you looking for a barber or something like that. Are you looking to change? Are you looking for a barber? That's what that is. Now, what we also say too to the people is, if you have a barber and you love your barber and you fucking with your barber like that, like stay loyal to your barber. Because you help your barber just like our clients help us pay bills.
Man,
Like we're not out here to steal clients. We're out here to help the people. That's
there's
it.
more than enough heads.
Yeah, it's more than enough heads to cut. So we're not out here to steal clients and take clients from other barbers and starve other barbers. We're out here just actually to stand on good business and quality business. And hopefully we can inspire other barbers to stand on their quality business as well and quality service as well. And hopefully
inspire.
Hopefully we get a whole roundabout in Fresno to where we could cut the clients out from saying, oh, this is Fresno to, oh, this is Fresno.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what we need them to say. Oh, this is Fresno. You better come correct here. Facts.
Yeah. 100. Back to the music though. We didn't really get a chance to talk too much about the music, man.
The music. Let's tell we slapping. So, yeah, we did, man.
So back to Tuesday at noon. What you slapping, man?
Tuesday at noon, like I say before. Well, here's go. Before lunch, it's all slow jams, no rap music. So I'm probably got some Guapole going for surely, because that's my girl. Probably maybe some Bob Marley going or something, because I fucks with Bob Marley. Heavy, you know what I mean?
Got the melodies flowing.
Yeah, melodies all in the morning. Some Chris Brown, something like that. You know what I mean? It's real smooth tones in the morning.
Birds chirping.
Yeah, all that shit. You know what I mean? Maybe even just straight melodies going. We probably got some old school shit. I'm talking. I had the Temptations playing in the morning.
The classic.
I had some Temptations. I played 5 Heartbeats. I have all kind of crazy shit playing in the morning. Then, but after lunch, it ain't nothing but trap music. No, after lunch you get a little bit more rap music though. But like I swear, but after about 4 o'clock, yeah, you got only gang members allowed. No.
Like what artist though?
Probably Pac-Man, the Gunman for sure. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely playing him. Jay Stone.
That was a surprise.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely playing him. Jay Stone. Like I'm definitely playing that shit.
Shout out to Pac-Man, the Gunman.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm playing. Hold on, let me see right now. Right off the dribble too.
I heard a lot of Peasy.
Peasy. I'm definitely playing Peasy.
While I was in here.
Definitely playing Peasy.
That's also in a lot. I think I may have heard Payroll Giovanni. You listen to
Payroll. And then Larry June. I'm slapping Larry June. Definitely, because Larry June. See, the thing about this shit is like I'm player with this shit. I'm smooth. I'm a smooth cat. Like everybody who know me know I'm just a smooth, laid back cat. I'm cool. So like I like I like that type of music. Just laid back, cool music. We probably got some Jack Harlow playing because that little white boy got some skill. Of course, some Beano, some Blast, you know what I mean? Playing them. Of course, some Nip. Like, yeah, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, Guap Dad for 1,000. I gotta play my
died at some point. I don't even know when. But shit, we got hella audio. Shit, we good. We got some good shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
We got the audio. We got some. Whatever we got.
We're in there.
Sir, good shit, boy.
Man, I can appreciate you.